This is Steve O'Rourke's gym at Wardensbury, BC. This is where I started my amateur career really. It was over at the school first, just down the road, Wardensbury. Then we moved around a few places, went to Yew Tree Church, then we went somewhere else, then we ended up here. And Bruce has always been in and out of the gym. Obviously he's been back to Armenia, he's been back here and so on. And every time Bruce was here I loved it really. It was just a different aspect to training and it pushed me to a different level. And Steve still runs the gym. He has his own little sessions and times, but I just come down for Farouche's training now because it's a different level. Yeah, well, I met Bruce when I was about 12. Came into the gym, you know, these Russian, Armenian guys in the gym, and I was just like a kid that really didn't take no nonsense or authority or rules, and he was trying to tell me what to do, and I was like, I can't be bothered, man, I'm just gonna mess around. Then, but he must have saw the talent because he told my dad, I like him, but he messes around too much. So my dad pulled him to the side and said, well, do what you've got to do to make him good. If you need to grab him, hit him, do what you got to do. So the next session I came back down, was messing around. He was making me do medicine ball throws at the wall, and I thought, sack this. So I just stood there messing around. The next thing you know, he tapped me, grabbed me by the throat, put me at the wall, and said, your dad said I can do whatever you want here. So you better start training or you'll see what happens. And I said, Lord. I was scared, man. I was only like 12 and this big geezer grabs me, but like, it was the best thing he did because I thought, from there I can't mess around with this geezer, man. So ever since that day I've trained hard as I can with him. I don't like to mess around because I know he gets upset, and when he gets upset it makes me feel bad. And ever since this lockdowns came around, we've rekindled, started things up, and it's the best I've ever done really. I feel strong as ever, and I think people can see my physical side has grown and I look a lot better. For people it's been challenging, but for me it's been alright. My title's amateur boxer, but I'm a professional. I'm more professional than most people out there already. These 3 months has obviously been a mad pandemic, but for me it's been alright. I've been with my family, which I wouldn't be allowed to be able to do because I'm always travelling around the world. And not only that, it's given me opportunity to train back with Farouk, and I think I've got stronger and better within these 3 months, and I'm back sparring and training down at Great Britain now, and even the coach said you look a completely different fighter now. Not only that, a lot of people didn't know I've gone through a few things before the qualifiers, and this little 3 months break is the best thing it's ever done for me now, and I feel really strong, fit, better than ever, and it's a problem for when the boxing starts again. Obviously you've came down today and seen my session, but that's only one session. Every session me and Farouk do is completely different training, every single session, and it's completely turned me into a different boxer, mentally and physically. I know if I can do this training, I'll go in there and, sounds bad, but I'll kill anybody in that ring because I'm so strong, and I've been through a lot of this training where you think you can't do it, but Bruce is pushing you to that level where you think, oh my God, if I can do it here in this ring, it's never going to be as hard as this. He's got me pulling tyres, running up and down the street with tyres, walking around the ring, crawling, pulling benches, throwing medicine balls, everything you can think of. And I mean, I'm a God-fearing person, but it felt like hell in here, and if I've gone through that, what can I say? When I'm in the ring, no one can touch me really because I've got the skills and now I've got that strength and heart and mind. So it's one of them ones. No one can mess me with speed. I'm the fastest kid in this weight division, and even if I've put a little bit of weight on, they still couldn't touch me. I've been back sparring now and I'm faster than anything, but the main thing is my strength's there. If a kid tries to ruffle me up, I'm there, I'm solid, and they're starting to feel my shots now. Even if I'm tapping the shots, I'm not really putting nothing into them, but I'm just tapping them and they can feel them. And I've been on the pads with the coaches, and my home coach Joe McClay, and he said your power feels completely different, which is a good thing. But my aspect of boxing is obviously still hit and not get hit, but when I need to stand there in the trenches and hurt them, I know in the back of my mind I can do that now. So just confidence for me now really. Like I said, my aspect speed, hit and not get hit, but when I'm ready to brook them up, I'll go in there and just finish the job.
Love it.
Me and Josh have been teammates since I was 12. I don't really know his age. I think he's 3 years older than me, but he was always the kid we looked up to. He won the junior ABAs and things like that. And when I was a little kid swinging it out on the home shows, he used to be going to these championships and things. So I always used to look up to him and think, oh man, if I can get to his level, I'll be one of these kids other kids who look up to me. And like, we've always been training together. This kid now. We've been sparring together and things like that. And from an early age, he brought me on. Josh can't really help it, but he always hits you hard. Like when I was 12, he used to try and knock me clean out. Obviously, probably because I was a cheeky kid messing around and playing with him and stuff, but he used to always lose his head and try and knock me out. But we've always had that friendship there. We've always bounced off each other. And not only that, there's not many kids around here who can train with me. And he's always had Bruce's backing and training, so he knows what type of level you have to come into this. I remember after this lockdown, it was only me training here for about a month. And it was quite hard, just me and Farouz. He was on me 24/7. I was like, oh my God, I need somebody here. Then weirdly enough, Farouz got the call from Josh saying, can I come down and train? And I was like, oh, thank the Lord, someone's going to come and take the pressure off me. And that's what it was at the start. Josh couldn't really keep up, so Farouz did 11 o'clock session for him and a 12 o'clock session for me. So he could get to like general fitness, so he could keep up with me. And like, and now like he's starting to get there. It's good to see how he's gone through the phases of fitness, and we both I'm one of those people, no matter what I do, I compete. If we're doing press-ups, I try and say in my head, keep pushing till Josh drops and then do 5 more, or if we're on a run and Josh is like a certain pace, I always go, I've got to be a few steps ahead. And that's why I like training with someone, because if I know in my head I'm a few steps ahead, I know I'm fitter than most people, so that's what I like.
Always want that edge.
My goals and everything are still the same really. I still believe I'll be a Olympic champion, but if something happened and it blipped up professional games where it's at, obviously it's good to get an Olympic medal on that, but that just collects dust for me. When I'm professional, that's where it really matters. I want to go there, collect a few world titles at multiple weights, and that's it, man. That's the goal. It's still the same. Obviously, would have been perfect scenario to go to the Olympics now. I would have been there now. It's the 18th of July, and I'd have been there now, you know what I mean, having the time of my life doing what I'm doing. But it's just one of those things. It's when I'm involved, something always happens, so I was kind of knew something would happen. So you know, it's been cancelled, it's been pushed back to next year, but the goal's still the same. Luckily enough, I'm still 23. I've just turned 23, so the world's still at my feet really. I can still get fitter and stronger, and that's what I'm looking at. Push back a year, but more experience for me, more time to get stronger and fitter, and more time to just enjoy it while I can, because when it's professional, even though I'll go out there with the glitz and glam, it's a serious game when you're pro. So I'm not really fussed really. I'm always confident no matter what, but I know I just wasn't. Probably, obviously, when the Tokyo would have come, I would have probably been in the best shape of my life. I would have trained hard as I can possibly, and I would have been in the best tip-top shape as I can. But obviously, this lockdown's happened, I've got stronger, and like you said, everybody keeps saying I've got bigger and stronger, and that's the main thing. A lot of people think I'm just this flashy boxer, but they don't know that I can punch as well. And with the size I got now, when they're looking in the opposite ring and they see me, they think, geez, this kid's 6'3" and he's this big, bloody hell, what can we do? So that's what I wanted to do, just get bigger and stronger. And I want to carry that on until next year, and hopefully for the rest of my career, because a lot of people keep saying I'll be heavyweight, so I've got to start putting the weight on now, I suppose. Good to keep myself active, because I haven't fought since the World Championships now, and that's near enough a whole year, so it's a bit stale, a bit rusty. But yeah, I'll just treat this tournament, if it does come up, as just get the ringer stuff. Obviously I want to go there for the goal, but to me it's just get my eye back in, get sharp, and the main thing is qualifiers. I don't want to just go to these qualifiers and get a bronze or silver or qualify. I want to go there and get the gold, because go there and get a gold, you get a better position in the Olympics, so that's what I want to do. Go there, do my thing at the Olympics, and you'll see me start making my name in the pro game.